Welcome to Wellness Waves, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects millions, yet often leaves people feeling helpless and frustrated. If you're experiencing dry eyes, that stinging, scratchiness, sensitivity to light, difficulty focusing, where things blur and you blink to clear them, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you've tried everything only to find nothing truly works, then this episode is for you.
Dr. Reed, I think almost everyone listening has either personally dealt with dry eyes or knows someone who has. It sounds so simple, just dry eyes, but the discomfort can be debilitating. And like you said, so many remedies offer only temporary relief.
Exactly, Chris. And I want to truly educate you about dry eye today because I believe I can help many. Why? Because you're looking at someone right now who suffered with this for quite some time in the past. I've done my homework, and the conventional advice often misses the root cause.
So, what are the usual culprits we hear about?
Typically, dry eye stems from inadequate tear production, poor tear quality, prolonged screen time on computers or smartphones, environmental factors like aging or dry climate, and certain medications. These are all valid contributors.
And the first thing everyone says is blink more and the 20-20-20 rule.
Precisely. The first thing I'm going to tell you is to follow the 20-20-20 rule. That means every 20 minutes when you're looking at your screen, you want to look 20 feet away at an object for 20 seconds. And why is this so crucial? Because when we're on our smartphone or computer, we simply don't blink enough.
We get so observed, don't we? I know I do.
Not blinking enough is the number one reason why we get dry eyes while working on our devices. Blinking takes the gland that secretes fluid in the upper outside of each eye, the lacrimal duct, and kind of pushes that fluid across the eye. It drains into the inside of our eye. So when we blink, we're taking that fluid and moving it around along with two other important elements.
Okay, so it's not just water. What are these other elements in our tears?
There is a tear film structure on our outer eyes, composed of three main layers, each with distinct functions. The outer layer is a lipid layer that comes from the meibomian glands located in our eyelids. These glands secrete a oily substance across our tear film. The middle layer is the aqueous layer. This is the bulk of our tear film, the watery part. It's produced by our lacrimal duct. And the third layer is the mucin layer. This ensures the tear film adheres to the ocular surface, spreading the aqueous layer evenly over the cornea and conjunctiva.
So it's a perfectly engineered system of oil, water, and mucus. But what happens when it goes wrong?
Here's the big problem. The lipid layer, the oils, the aqueous portion from our lacrimal gland, and the mucin layer all have to work together. If they're imbalanced, that will directly lead to your dry eye. And the first thing you'll probably hear is get on those natural lubricating drops, preferably preservative-free.
Yes, endless drops. And for many, they just don't seem to cut it long term.
You might be using these drops way too often, and while there's no harm, that may not be your ultimate solution. We've established that dry eyes are about an imbalance in our tear film. Now let's talk about some tips that truly make a difference, particularly targeting those crucial meibomian glands.
Okay, so beyond just drops, what's something we can do right off the bat?
Two important things. First, applying warmth to our eyes, like a moist heating pad. They even have electric eye masks you can buy. For me, using hot water beating on my forehead and dripping over my eyes seems to be a big helper. Heat helps to melt and release any hardened oil in those meibomian glands.
So warming them up helps the oil flow better. What's the second key?
This is where it gets interesting, and it's something many miss. After you heat up your eyes in the shower, one of the most important things we can do is use a real non-abrasive chemical-free shampoo. I often suggest baby shampoo.
Baby shampoo on my eyelids? That sounds unusual.
Take a little bit in your feeler. After you've warmed up your eyes in the shower, you're going to just lightly rub back and forth over your eyelids, not pushing on the eyes at all. What that's going to do is help clean the eyelids, and that's precisely where the meibomian glands secrete that vital oil.
So you're cleaning the faucets of the oil glands.
Exactly. That oil, that lipid layer, is the most important because when fluid comes from our lacrimal glands and meets with that oil, the fluid doesn't dissolve or disintegrate as fast. The oil keeps that lubrication there. And every time that we blink, it helps the lacrimal gland secrete more fluid as well as the meibomian gland secrete more of that lipid layer so they can work together.
So blinking is crucial because it spreads the oil and water.
Yes, blinking, blinking, blinking. If I asked you right now to close your eyes firmly, then open, close, firmly, open again, doing that for 30 to 60 seconds intermittently throughout the day seems to be a great helper for me, and I know it will help you tremendously.
Beyond blinking, what else about hydration?
There's no doubt that the most important thing you can do for dry eyes is make sure you're not dehydrated. You need to drink water because that hydration makes its way through your system to help your hair production for the overall health of your eyes.
And environmental factors play a huge role too, right?
Absolutely. If you live in cold climates, that could be a problem. A humidifier in your room will definitely be helpful to keep that moisture. And cold wind, if you're sitting in front of the air conditioner at home, at work, or even in your car, that air blowing on your face is going to dry out your eyes. Stay away from that air condition. That's a big, big no-no. We've covered the basics of tear film and crucial practices like blinking and heat. From a nutritional point of view, healthy fats are non-negotiable.
So like olive oils and omega-3s.
Exactly. Olive oils, omega-3s, omega-7s, pumpkin seed oils. Any healthy oil, not the vegetable oils. Getting that healthy fat helps those meibomian glands because that's the oil we need to keep the fluid from drying out.
So after heating and cleaning, is there a gentle massage technique to help those glands?
Yes, after you've applied heat, whether it's a heating pad or after taking a shower, there's a little exercise you can do. Make sure your fingers are clean, close your eyes, and very lightly, starting from the inside of your upper eyelid, work your way out. Don't push over your eye, just focus on the eyelid itself.
And then the lower eyelid?
Then you want to come up underneath the lower eyelid from the inside of the nasal area and go up very, very gently. Do not push over the eye. Just try to focus where your eyelashes are on your upper and lower lids. That's where the meibomian glands are. By doing this and warming it up, it helps release that congested area, maybe something that has hardened up or gotten crusty in there.
I've heard of a condition called Blepharitis that can cause meibomian gland dysfunction.
Precisely. Blepharitis is where these glands start to dysfunction because they're dried up and not working, and you can even get bacteria in there, causing a lot of dry eye. So focusing on the eyelashes area with heat, baby shampoo, and light massage can make a big difference.
And rest is crucial for our eyes, just like the rest of our body.
No doubt. Give your eyes a break. Make sure you're getting proper sleep so the cells can repair and heal. It's also a good idea that they do have gels, preservative-free, that are thicker that you would put on at night. Inside your eye, maybe a drop or two.
So these gels are specifically for overnight hydration.
Yes. The problem is that when you put it in your eyes, don't expect to start reading or doing things on your iPhone or computer because it's going to get blurry. That blurriness is normal, but that really helps lubricate the eye so that dryness can start to go away.
And for people who feel okay during the day, should they still use drops?
It's a wise idea to use the drops even when they're not dry. You want to sustain it, prevent yourself from regressing.
And revisiting nutrition, beyond healthy fats.
Processed, refined foods, excessive refined sugars are not good. They're inflammatory, and research shows that many dry eye conditions can stem from inflammation. Even some common ophthalmologist recommended drugs are anti-inflammatory drops. But if you eat healthy, your fruits and vegetables, your legumes, your healthy fats like salmon, tuna, omega-3s, omega-7s, you'll make a big change. Lots of water. Along with that, even exercise, because we're getting more circulation and changes in our body's chemistry. Lastly, I want to mention massaging around the eye, not on the eye. Never push on the eyes. Very important. But when you massage around the eyes and stimulate around the eyes, especially after putting heat,
If you just take time to stimulate those areas in the eye orbits or anywhere around the facial area, you're bringing more blood supply in there.
Hyperemia, right? Increased blood supply, bringing nourishment.
Exactly. That's bringing in nourishment, circulation, and very, very important, it helps get rid of all those toxins and waste. That's where our lymphatic system kicks in, circulating waste back to lymph nodes and draining down around the clavicular area so it can get back into the circulatory system and be excreted.
So it's a holistic approach to eye health, not just isolated treatments.
If I was going to say one thing to you, be careful with that excessive screen time. But it all boils down to one important thing. You've got to start blinking more. Because if you're not blinking enough and you're straining, not only are you going to strain your eyes, but you're either going to dry out. Blinking helps keep that lubrication and helps keep your eyes happy.
Dr. Reed, this has been incredibly insightful. It's clear that dry eye is complex, but these actionable tips are truly empowering.
I really hope that this video serves you well. This is from my heart to you. I've been through a lot myself. I've done so much homework and I know what works. And I'm trying to share it with you so you can help your family, loved ones, and friends because I know this information is extremely important.
Absolutely. So if this episode resonated with you, please hit button subscribe and share it.
Yes, please share it with them. Leave your comments below because I'd be very happy to hear that you've done well in the near future. And please make it a great day. I'm Dr. Evelyn Reed, and I'm passionate about helping you achieve true wellness.
And I'm Chris Miller. Thank you for joining us on Wellness Waves. We'll see you next time.